Darius, we were just chatting to Carmichael Hunt. He had some pretty fantastic memories from 2006 grand final. He sung your praises about your work ethic and how you were able to come in as pretty much a ready-made product into the NRL. How are you feeling first and foremost? I know that you did signal that you would be retiring at the end of the year, but we're not quite ready to say goodbye to you just yet.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling. Obviously, it's bigger than the game, what's going on at the moment. So, hearts pours out to, just the society in general. But, whatever the future holds, it holds. I'm a pretty positive guy. So, I've had a great career in rugby league. I've met a lot of great people. Been able to do a lot of amazing things. And wherever it takes me next, and if that's to finish now, then so be it.
Dubs, it's Mick Ennis. Just talking to Carmichael then and just, hearing him talk about that 06 side and, some of those early days at the Broncos. That was when you just came in. Tell us about being an 18-year-old kid and walking into the Broncos. That army camp that we did together on day one is something I don't think any of us will ever forget. But, mate, round one, being in a side with Webke, Sivanasiva, Lockyer, the list went on. Brad Thorne, mate, it was unbelievable. You must look back on those times with pure joy.
Yeah, it was just a whirlwind, to be honest. My first thing into coming to the club was that 6-day army camp. I left schoolies early to go to the 6-day army camp and got sprayed and put crap on and walking mountains and lost 5 kilos and
it was
killing chooks with bare hands. Semi thought I was doing that. So yeah, it was just, I know. Obviously I was a Broncos fan growing up, the young kid on the Gold Coast. So Sean Berrigan, Darren Lockyer, all those couple of guys that you mentioned. Rubbing, I suppose, shoulders with them and just chatting to them, being a part of their life and being a part of the journey with them was pretty surreal, considering I've been watching them on TV for such a long time.
When you're a young bloke, Darius, it's Greg Alexander. G'day, mate. When you're a young bloke, you find someone within that group that takes you in and looks after you in those early days. Was there one particular Bronco, one of the senior men that sort of you always went to if you walk into training and think, well, there's someone I can chat to, that you went to him?
It probably was Carmichael, to be honest. I know Carmichael's not that much older than me, but he'd been playing first grade for a few years and really established himself. And he's a young guy still at the same time. So there's probably 3 or 4 of us that were young coming through in different squads in the part of the Broncos club. So he probably took us under his wing. We all played centre wing fullback, so he'd do extras with us. Take us for a beer here and there too as well. But he was just someone that really helped us through those early times when we had a pretty old roster at the club, at the Broncos at that time when I first started. You just towed the line. You just said hello, goodbye, and made sure you did your job. And you had to earn that respect and that trust. But I think Carmichael, for me, was someone that really helped me ease in that transition a little bit.
What about your time at the Dragons, mate? Obviously, you had that success so early on in 2006, and then you head south. Wayne obviously left the Broncos and went down there to coach St George. You followed him down there with the relationship you had with him, and then that appreciation for that second premiership. That first one, as you said, whirlwind. You just come into the NRL, but that second one, how significant was that?
Yeah, I think I probably took the first one for granted. Like I said, that first year, I was, to win a premiership in your first year, I was just a part of that, surreal whirlwind type feeling, just going with the punches and playing the games and being a part of it. But to go to the Dragons and move away from home, it was a challenge. But it was probably one of the best things for me to get out of my comfort zone and be able to get a chance to play fullback as well. And I really enjoyed my time down there. We were very successful. There's some great guys there, some guys that still chat to this day. And a lot of fun memories from not only the couple of years there, but all the fans that really supported us through those times as well.
Just behind you, Darius, we can see the Broncos jersey, the Knights jersey, the Dragons jersey. You must have some pretty phenomenal memories of looking back on this, incredible career. There's not really much you haven't seen or accomplished. When it's all said and done, and hopefully that's not today, what do you think you'll cherish the most?
Probably just the journey and the friendships, I think, and what rugby league has, I suppose, grown me into as a person. I think more importantly, when I started this journey, I was this really shy, introverted person, probably had a chip on my shoulder, didn't have a lot of trust or even a bit of empathy and gratitude for a lot of different things as well. So I probably learnt the hard way with some of the things I've had to face and go through, but rugby league's given me so much as a person to be able to, I've been lucky enough to play a lot of, different teams, make a lot of, I suppose, individual accolades in football jerseys, but more importantly, the person I've been able to come and change my life for the better. And I've been able to captain the club. I've got 2 daughters now, family, all these things that I'm really grateful for, and all these things that have probably rugby league's been able to really get me out of my shell and grow as a person.
Darius, just tell us how the Broncos have gone over the last couple of days. Just what have they relayed to the players, and just how's the club at the moment?
Yeah, it's a challenging time. It's a young group, so I think they're all just waiting to hear what's next and I suppose what the future holds. But we had a meeting yesterday, actually, in the morning, and just went over a few things. Paul White spoke to us. He's been great. Steve spoke to us as well. But just going over the worst-case scenarios, really, and what that looks like and how we can all stay healthy. But more importantly, just worrying about everyone's mental health. At the end of the day, I think, it's tough times for everyone in the society, not just rugby league players. But end of the day, we're all human beings. We all have, families to feed and lives to live as well. So we all just want to make sure that we kind of forget about football for the moment and make sure we're just all happy and healthy and abiding by all the laws and the government, that what they're saying around staying home and different things as well.
How you going with that, mate? What do you got planned for the self-isolation? 2 daughters, that'll keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I've got a pool, which is always warm and good up here. But I actually started some study yesterday, which I was already planning on doing, but it just kind of worked out really well that obviously while we're going through this tough time and potentially having 3 to 6 months off or whatever it may be, that, it's probably a good opportunity, not just for myself, but other players as well, or other people in general that may have lost jobs or whatever, that if you can get some study done or some personal growth, it's probably a great time.
Yeah, what are the plans, mate, when it all comes? Hopefully we get back on the field this year and you can finish the way you deserve. But if it doesn't, I mean, what's the plans for Darius post-footy?
Yeah, I'm really passionate about the mental health space, and I want to stay in rugby league as well. So those are my 2 goals. Do a little bit of stuff, work for the club already, maybe some corporate stuff. But yeah, the mental health space is really important to me. Like I said before, it's something I've gone through. It's been the history of my family as well, and mental health is probably not going anywhere. And particularly what we're going through at the moment, it's probably only going to get worse. So me and my wife have a couple of ideas and some things we want to achieve in that space. But yeah, it's exciting times for us ahead.
And it's a bugger of a time to be pulled up for the Broncos after such a good start.
Yeah.
Win against the Cowboys up there in their new stadium, and then to beat South Sydney in a great performance. So if we do come back, you're sitting pretty good, 2 from 2.
Yeah, I think that is one of the most disappointing things. You can look at it 2 ways. You can kind of rest assured that you've been playing well, and you can go on the back of no what-ifs or thinking what we could have done better and have 4 months to think about how you can be better. But at the same time, playing really well. I think we're a bit indifferent in our trial matches, but we've had a really strong pre-season, one of the hardest pre-seasons I've probably been involved in for a long time, to be honest, and probably needed with such a young group. And we probably just need to work on our defence, and in particular some of the things around our resilience in games. And I think that's something we showed in those first two matches, especially with some of the players we've had missing. We've had Alex Glenn, Matt Lodge, Joe Fingowie, Tavita Pengai, Jack Bird. They're 5 rep players are outstanding talents in our team. We still managed to get a win against South, so I think that's something that we can really hold our heads high.